Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Lara. I often feel that the reason they casted me for this role is because maybe they heard what I was like in real life. I am quite eccentric, like Lara Giwa is. Came back out of it again, but I definitely feel the personality, like one of my personalities, is definitely a lot like Lara Giwa. I almost feel like this script was written in heaven. It just came together so beautifully. And I love Lara Giwa now. We're rich. Ladies, today is the day. What? Today's going to
Oh, concerning my character, what was the first thing that came to my mind? I thought she was a strong character. I related to her personally because, you know, when you're that odd kid, you're not the first, you're not the second, you're not, so I'm the third kid in my family. I'm the second girl. So there's no first anything, you're just an addition. And you're not the last baby who's the pet of the family. So I saw that in her. She would have been obviously the apple of her father's eye, or maybe her parents because she was the last, but they lost their parents in this film. So she had to sort of be the pillar. And sometimes God does it that way. Esau and Jacob, the younger one, just seems to carry the load. And this wasn't any different.
Okay, wait, hold on. Tax fraud? How long has this been going on?
An estimated 5 years now.
Excuse me, 5 what?
Shortly after your...
So I know what it means to always want to make sure that they're proud of you. And that's what anchors Dara's character. Every time she's fighting to get an answer or fighting to be heard and understood in the board meetings where you have all these older people who don't really understand the newer trend, and having an industry like media. So yeah, I thought that she was a very interesting character. She had a lot of strength, but we played it off with the colors that she liked because she's still young. And you know, she has all these dreams and aspirations, but she's able to balance it off, so to speak.
Usually as a director, I'm very skeptical of working with non-actors because I believe there's a process to it, and you have to have pretty much the patience to make a motion picture. And but in this particular situation, based on our vigorous audition process, we scoured for actors that could sing. But at the end of the day, we realized for us to get the authentic feel for the film, we had to get real artists there. And just meeting with Shay and Vector, just their sheer amount of dedication they put to the characters really inspired me to pursue working with them more. They put their 150% into the characters, and just watching them on screen and see how they actually bring life to these characters made me realize that we made the right choice for our casting.
Do I look like Rihanna? No. Do I look like your mama? No. Do I look like Beyonce? No. Pay me what you owe. Was it that bad?
So yes, certain sounds that you play, certain things that you say in the movie kind of like moves you. Especially at the part where Sal was producing music, that kind of like just reminded me a lot about certain things in my life.
Life's been hard and in mercenaries' hands.
To sing, it takes his time. And I love the way he acknowledged profession. You know, once you're in tune with the best, he quickly lets you know. And I love that. Honestly, I would love to work with him again. He's a cool guy. I love him.
Understand that it's great.
It's a bit of an oxymoron, but I think it's the most emotional scene we've had. The director came in, spoke with both of us, and she's like, you know what, I know what to do. I'm going to do it. I just didn't want to have to do it. And I just spoke to her, I was like, please, for all of us. And that's why I love film. It's such a collaborative effort. I said, you have to do it for us. And she was like, okay. And when it was a take, everybody was silent. It was beautiful. The tears were real. The emotion came from a very good place. And she helped me, in turn, when it was my turn, to get there. And it was, I thought that was a really good moment.
When I busted into tears at the Minima House, I was thinking about my mom, because my mom passed away 10 years ago. And I tried to, because I had already spent like a few weeks embodying the Lara character, I also wanted to try and really imagine how Lara would have really felt from falling from grace to grass the way she did. Like, how would I feel? How would the viewers have felt? Like, how would a typical lady or woman, you know, actually really feel if that kind of transition happened to them in their lives? And then coupling it with, you know, the memory of my mom, you know, who would be so proud of me right now. And, you know, I just, you know, I was able to just get all the tears out, all the real raw emotion out.
So I've now been in Nigeria for about 6 weeks now. And so far, I love it. The people are amazing. Everybody always comes to work with a smile. Everyone is always super helpful.
You will finish. Everything's confusion. Most of them, I knew you people will arrange it. How can all the money just go like that? It's not a long gimmick. You will be back very soon. Maybe you still have your card.
If it's not Jide, which is my character, I think that I'd love to be Vector's character, which is Sal. I say that because Sal is a DJ. Makes it easy for me because I'm a DJ. He gets the girl. Who wouldn't want to get the girl? Girl Seyi Shay. Why don't you want to get Seyi Shay? And he goes from, you know, from grass to grace. You know, he goes from the bottom to the top. And that's like a hero right there. You know, I'm like the villain. And in reality, I'm not a villain.
The executive producer called me and worked with her before. And she sent me the script. She told me about the role first, and then I got the script, and I saw her. She wasn't like any role I've played. She's kind of iconic. She's larger than life, and I was like, cool, because of course, as an actor, you want to do the roles, you know, you haven't done or haven't played before. You want an opportunity to be able to do that. On the set of Lara and the Beats, we have a mixed crew. We have foreigners and we have Nigerians. I think it's exciting. It's exciting, first of all, in that there's so much to learn from both parties. There's a way we make films here. There's a way our crew works here, which is new to how they work outside Nigeria. So first of all, we're trying to make magic happen. So we've had to work together. There's sometimes, yes, we argue, there's friction because you're like, no, I'm not gonna do it this way. No, that's not what's here. But the beauty is we're coming together to tell the story.
We knew that BAM wanted to produce this film from the beginning, so we picked our in-house head of production to produce it, Tolu Olushoga. She produced it. We also knew, once we decided that Tosin was gonna direct it, Tosin had a couple of people that he had identified that he wanted to work with. So when it came to the DOP, he had recommended a couple of people. We ended up settling on Harold, who you also get to take a look at. There was 2 DOPs. The second DOP is a DOP that's well known here, ID. We worked with him. We pulled everyone we knew from wardrobe. And with wardrobe, we wanted to do something different. We wanted something edgy, but we wanted to make sure that as many of the outfits were going to be made in Nigeria. And I think that we probably have gotten to like 90 to 100% of everything that they wore in the film is made in Nigeria, and that was also important for us. So you'll see a lot of clothes by young and up-and-coming designers. So those were really important conversations. Also, to what did they look like? What was the hair gonna look like? We really wanted to also make sure that they had a very natural and earthy look. Wanted one sister to be over the top, one sister to really be accessible in the way she looked, in the way that she dressed. And I think, once again, we captured that with the 2 characters, but really it was the team behind them that made a lot of those decisions. So what can I say? It was a star-studded crew. Like everyone that worked on this film is a star in their own right.
One of the things that I think think the audience should really look forward to with Lara and the Beat is the music. I mean, we've been able to create 10 original tracks for this movie. I don't think it's ever been done before. I mean, we have 10 amazing tracks that are actually incorporated into the movie. I'm talking about songs that are written for particular scenes, and it's beautiful. I mean, it gives me goosebumps talking about it. I mean, working with you, I mixed on the music, and being able to actually put the music into the score, I think the music is going to blow people away, and the way it was incorporated, the way it was laid. I mean, the Lara and the Beat soundtrack is something that people should look forward to. I think it's one of the biggest selling points that we had. Of course, we have Seyi and Vector and DJ Exclusive and Tony Tones. Even Chioma Akpotha sings. Even Ati Jumbo sings too. So I mean, she doesn't sing on the album, but I'm saying it was a musical set. But yeah, music, look out for the music.
The fact that you get to see different sides of your favorite celebrities, I like that as well. I don't think a lot of people probably see this side of me in the movie, in reality, so I like that. So it's just great. It's musical, man, and this is what we're about these days, music. So why not? Love it.
Situation don't become something else. Situation don't become something else. Situation don't become something else. I'll be waiting out on the dance floor. Just one dance is all that I ask for. Let's just dance, let's get through the action. Please don't tell me this is the last song.
Cut! Well, I think Bella Labi Media has really raised the bar. Of course, I'm not shocked. It's not coming to me as a surprise. The name speaks for itself. It's a name that has the pedigree to do something this big. So I think what we've done so far with the production of Lara and the Beat is to add to the changing idea, names, and the way people see Nollywood, as Nollywood being not just an ordinary film industry, but it's a film industry that is growing over time. On a commercial standpoint, I mean, I think that anybody, you get that nostalgic feel of like going back to the 90s to some degree where, it's like, the happy-go-lucky times where you're not really boggled down with like the hardships of society. So you get that escapism in this film. If you're a fan of films like Clueless or movies like Brown Sugar or Love Jones, this is a film for you because we try to capture that spirit with, our African footprint on it. So that's what we try to do with this film. Commercially, we have a demographic thing, and then in values, we believe that there are people that are going to take something more than just like entertainment from this film.
I wanted to make sure it came through was that Lagos State was a character, and as someone that's been in Lagos State, on and off for most of my life, I really wanted to show the beauty of Lagos and how Lagos has changed over the years. So Lara and the Beat, the countdown starts now. July 20th, this film will be in cinemas across Nigeria. Go see it, take your friends to go see it, take your mom to go see it, take your sisters, take everyone in your family to go see it. It's a film for everyone, and we want you to enjoy it. From us to you, Lara and the Beat.
I know you know, but you're acting like you don't know. I know you know, but you're acting like you